Okay, Justin, let's take a quick look at your website. When I'm going through a website doing a review, there's a few questions that I kind of like to ask myself and just sort of see how this particular photographer is going in these different areas. So let's take a good look through this. The first question, is it clear that you do real estate photography? And yes, it is, so that's good. You mentioned you do real estate marketing, you mentioned real estate photography, and it's all up here nice and early in the site, so that's great. Secondly, where are you? And you mentioned that you're in North Mississippi and Southwest Tennessee. Um, the thing I'd possibly add there is adding a few names of some of the major towns. I think that would be helpful for when people search for that. So, I'd mention the bigger cities and towns like Memphis and Oxford and whatever other places are in your area where you're going to have a larger gathering of your clients. And I'd drop that in there somewhere. The next question, what's the next step a visitor should take? This is good. You've got a really clear book your shoot today button. So when we click on that, which is great, um, it goes through to a contact form. This is probably where you're letting yourself down a bit. It would be nice here to have either an online booking form so the agents can do their process online. Um, or at least something more than just a contact form like this. So maybe at least include a phone number, include your name in there to bring some some personality to it. Maybe you'd drop your photo in there as well, so at least they know who they're talking to if they just click on that book a shoot today button. The next one, will the website rank well in local search? It will if people are using this term like North Mississippi. Um, but I'm guessing they're more likely to use things like Memphis, look for a Memphis real estate photographer, even if they're a little bit out of Memphis. And when I do that, I couldn't really find your site mentioned anywhere. So I think it does need a bit of work there to do that, to rank well. I think it needs some more content, some blog posts would help, and just some more material on the site so that there's more there for Google to search over. And I think that will help you with your SEO. The next question, does the website look professional? And I have to say, it's not too bad. I think what lets it down, though, is the lack of color or a logo on the site. So if you could maybe add some color to the menu, like up the top here, add a nice stylish logo up there, I think that would help. I think I'd also change this font in the headline. It's not just the overall design at the moment. It just kind of looks like a bit of a Word document, not a website for a creative professional. So I think I'd need to, I'd want to be changing some of that. The next issue, does the website look good on mobile? I had a quick look on my own smartphone and yep, looks great. So that's good. Um, Finally, does any of the content need to change? So looking over your homepage, it's not too bad. This content though at the bottom, I think needs to be presented in a more interesting way. I think it needs more meat on it, if you like. So at the moment, it's a few basic sentences. I'd fill it out or add a video that people can watch where you can go into more detail on how professional real estate marketing is, how you help sell at a higher price, how you attract more clients, things like that. At the moment, it looks a bit like a few ideas from a brainstorming session, which is a good start, but I think now you need to put some meat on that. Looking at your contact page, as I mentioned before, this needs more on it. Add your name, add a phone number, include a photo of yourself. So at the moment, this looks a little bit vacant. I think it needs to look more like the contact pages of your clients or your dream clients. So add some more on there. Looking at the About page, look, this is good, but again, I think you could put more on it. So, I mean, what's your story? Why did you get into photography? Fill it out a little bit. Tell us about who you are and let us get to know you and like you before we want to click on that book a shoot today button. I think I'd also add some more of your social media content. to the site. So you've got a YouTube channel, so embed some of that content on the website and bring some of that interesting material into here. Looking at your portfolio page, look, it's not too bad. I'd probably like to work on some of these images. They're looking a little bit heavy in some of the shadows here. But just in terms of the layout, that works pretty well, although it'd probably be helpful maybe to spread these out a bit more, because at the moment it's just, two angles of the one property, two angles of the one property. Mix it around a little bit, I think would help there. Your testimonials page is good. If it's at all possible, maybe you can find like at least a photo for these individuals, or their logo, or include the photo of a property you did for them, but fill it out in some way. So there's a little bit more than just text. See, like wherever you look here, there's text. There's nothing to rest your eyes on visually. So we need to change that. Yeah, so look, that's a bit of feedback. I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions further on that, but I do hope that was able to give you a few ideas for what you might want to change.